boy. Put the team on his back like a Jansport. Ben 10 with the dribble, drive, handoff, pick and roll, full contact. This is a man's sport. County of Kings, really the Kingsborough. You know Crown Heights, so you know that sound right. Brooklyn Bridges, DFS defending. The Brooklyn Block Party claps and double digits. Got the Barclays clicking, the whole block is with it. Left a lot on the table, now we coming to get it. The shook one's gone, we too Brooklyn strong. Can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, 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 B-R-O-O-K, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
Head hit. Cam Thomas.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting the score next. My J is all net, me and Jay just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Make you watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that whole Millie rock like a FanDuel. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
There's caution. Oh my goodness.
Okay, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
You got a choice every day. What that look.
Oh man, John
Okay.
Vaughn got cut John Vaughn off.
Okay.
He got cut off from the team.
Yo, nah,
Wow.
man. Listen, you know what, man? First and foremost, I want to say we got the best coaches in Brooklyn in the building. Shout out to Coach Doyle. Shout out to Coach O. Those the only coaches we need to talk to right now. We don't,
Yes,
we
sir.
don't- you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy. This is JTV making it happen. Again, man, listen, no disrespect to Jock Vaughn and all that. I know you don't want to see a black man lose his charm and all that, but they
Yo, man,
paying
I
him
be
his
saying
full
that.
contract.
Nah,
They pay him in his full contract. Let's just he's somewhere hot. Trust me, he left. He done took the next flight out. Don't worry
His
about
phone
him.
not on though. His phone is off right now.
Word, but we got Coach Doyle and Coach O in the building. Coach Doyle in the office, man. You know what I'm saying?
The work never stops.
The work don't stop.
The work never stops.
Oh, hold on. Look at the recent success. You know what I'm saying? Of your team, man. You led them to the championship. You and Coach O. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show. I just want to say congratulations. And
Appreciate
welcome
y'all. Appreciate y'all.
No doubt. Bree's been talking about trying to get y'all on for a minute, so I'm glad we finally did this.
Absolutely.
There was no better time, man. Winning the chip.
Facts.
Now we free.
Now we free. Now we free.
Good.
Yo, tell the people a little bit about who y'all are. Who wanna go
So
first?
you want to start it off, though? You want to wait, save the best for last?
I mean, listen. I'll start.
No, I mean, all right. So can we start it? Can we start it with both of you guys' experience about the championship? Where was it in Brooklyn? Did y'all have it in Brooklyn? Was it in Brooklyn?
Nah. They put us in Queens. However,
Okay, y'all was in Queens. Okay.
So just to give the people content, we coach high school basketball at Brooklyn Democracy Academy, which is a transfer high school, Adidas sponsored school, right? What we do is we take undercredited students and give them the elite experience of being a student athlete. That's on and off the court. As far as the championship, this is something we do every year.
Right.
Not saying they're cocky, but they're very confident on that. So our motto is championship or bust. If we don't make it to the chip and we don't win it, it was a long season. So that's the expectation we have for students. Myself, Coach Doyle, and then we have Coach Omar, Coach O, Big O, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Coach O. He led the way, and we can't forget Coach Zoe, who's been there for 11 years?
Yeah, who's in Puerto Rico right now.
Yeah, he's in Puerto Rico
Shout out to
vacating.
him. Nah, that's how you win a chip. You win
Yeah.
a chip and go to Puerto Rico.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
So the three of us, you know, we are the melting pot.
Yeah, the three-headed monster, man.
There you go. So and O can take over. Go ahead, O.
For sure. So just like Doyle said, we are a transfer high school. We cater to undercredited overage students. So we could take kids from as low as 15 up to 21 years old. So we're kind of like the second chance school where, you know, students that's been incarcerated, who's dealing with experiencing homelessness or pregnancy or just new to the country, we take all those kids and give them an opportunity to graduate at a faster pace like a traditional high school.
Okay.
Nice. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And I just want to say again, thank you for y'all making Brooklyn basketball look good. And I wanted to just have y'all kind of expand on the student part of the athlete to let them know, you know, I know that y'all also put education first. And it's important for, you know, what y'all represent. So can y'all just speak to how y'all make it relevant on both sides? The education side and the basketball side.
Perfect. So in our school we have trimesters. So a couple years ago, everybody was going crazy over these prep schools, right? And what we realized was we had the cheat code. We have the same rules as prep schools. So academically, our trimesters, you can obtain more credits than a traditional high school. So if we get let's say we get a freshman, we can get him qualified for the NCAA within 2 years, 2-year program. So that kind of helps New York City, period, you know, with getting kids qualified and going on to the next level. Oh, you want to jump in?
Yeah. So we're really on top of our students. So that's why they call, you know, student athletes.
Mm-hmm.
So the goal is to make sure they qualify for college. Mm-hmm. If that's not the goal, then what are we really preparing them for? Mm-hmm. You know, this isn't, people may make this assumption where we're a transfer high school where they just come and play ball and then they leave and not knowing any skills. But what we really do is we prepare them for college. And then, and if they're not prepared for basketball college, we have something called the Friday workshops where they pick up a trade. So kids picking up barbering, they're picking up wig making, they're picking up the OSHA license. They're in the studio. So we got a studio in the school now. They're picking up cooking. So no matter what's going on in their life, they're leaving with a skill.
Nice. You know, I want to say thank you again, because to my knowledge, you know, and I know this from my dad and just kind of watching through history, they took trade out of high school, I'd say, I don't know, maybe in the 70s or something like that. And it's really not traditional in New York City. So to know that y'all got trade as an option is valuable, you know, just as valuable, in my opinion, as a college degree. You know what I'm saying? But again, man, shout to y'all, man. So I heard you say, Doyle, that winning championships is what y'all do. So is this a back-to-back situation for y'all?
Well, this is back-to-back. Going for a 3-peat.
Hold on, clap it up for that, yo. Clap it up for that, man. That's impressive, man. No, seriously.
So we're on to ask a question. Being that, I mean, I'm sure the part of the neighborhood that we in, y'all deep in Brownsville, know what I mean, tough student population, know what I mean, what gives y'all that cockiness, that confidence to say, yeah, we going for chips every year, bust y'all, because y'all not coming in as underdogs, y'all coming in as the overdog every time?
I mean, I think it's a mentality, a Brooklyn mentality, right?
Yeah.
Brownsville never ran, never will. But what we embed in our students is never give up. We understand that everything we get is a blessing because we don't have many resources, but we go out and find it. We have coaches like Coach O, Coach Zolo, myself, you know, a wonderful school facility and faculty that backs us. So we are the kids, right? We just have professions and careers because we lived a little longer. So we want to plant that into our children. And when we give them that confidence, they walk with that same swag. Ain't that right? Oh,
for sure.
Right.
Sure.
You know, I see it firsthand. I mean, I get the pleasure to work with these guys all the time and to work with their students, know what I mean? And I know what it's like over there, know what I mean? We tough, know what I mean?
Yeah, yo, no, I actually worked with Doyle. I don't know if he remembers this, for like maybe 2 months. And in that 2 months, it was like the summertime. Yo, he made sure we played basketball. I'm not gonna lie. Like before I stopped working there, he stopped working there with me. We played hoop. Like I actually played basketball with him. Like, but I didn't know he
whooped you?
Huh? No, I think we was on the same team.
We was on the same team. Yo, my boy caught a gash. I remember that.
No, dead ass. Something happened, and I think I looked the other way, and the ball hit me in the face. I was tired. Yo, so case in point, it was a fast pass. I'll tell you that. It was so I had the gash and I had to leave. But before that, we was hooping. I forgot what the score was, but again, I didn't know he was like in my opinion, you're a basketball mogul out here, you know what I'm saying? Yep. And I didn't know he was that. I just thought we was just, some co-workers hype at lunch, like, yo, let's go play, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, where are you? Oh, where's some basketball park down the block? Let's go. Like, so that was dope. And to know that you're this involved in basketball, Doyle, it's exciting to see, man. Like I said, y'all got Brooklyn looking good out here. And I just wanted to hear more of your story. You know what I'm saying? Like, how'd you fall in love with basketball? Because when I met you, then you was telling me how you fell in love with basketball. I vaguely remember. So, I know you used to hoop too, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm the old man. Look, I'm the old man now. I got my little bro, who taking over. But I think just being a product of my environment in Brooklyn basketball, New York City basketball, right? Because I don't want to just put it to one borough. New York City basketball is in our blood. Every corner you have a court. So at some point it becomes fun. It becomes what you want to do. And then anybody knows once you start playing a game, you can kind of learn everything from it. Team building, independency, problem solving, communication. Yep. These are the things that the sport pulls out of you. And I think I fell in love with life through the sport.
So basketball is life.
Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah, no, again, I see you exude that. I see you, again, I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of what you do. Shout out to Coach O. I'm learning about Coach O. And shout to the other coach too. And
Coach
again,
Zolo. Coach
Zolo?
Yeah.
Okay, shout to Coach Zolo.
And shout to Zolo's sneaker game, bro.
Yo, his Jerry Seinfeld ain't got nothing on my boy.
His kick game is crazy. He be pulling out a lot of vintage joints that
classic Reeboks.
You can't get right now.
Yeah.
So you can tell he been in this game or he got a good plug. Right. Or both.
No, so talk to me about some of that, Jay, because I know you're a sneakerhead too as well. So if you compliment him at being a sneakerhead, y'all share some of the same sneakers, some of the classic sneakers that we might know?
Yo, honestly, I think he be having, like, I don't know if we got the same style because I got a lot of SBs, a lot of Air Max, but I do be seeing he just got heat. Every time I see him, he got heat on. And sometimes, like, he had on some Grandma Mars. I was like, where you get Grandma Mars from? Like, those ain't easy to find.
Listen, Zoe is a historian. He loves music. He loves the sport. He's a historian. If you ever get a chance, Joe Zolo.
He's an old head at heart.
He's an old head at heart.
I want to ask, can you give us the same background? Like, what made you fall in love with the game, bro? Like, what's your background with the game?
So honestly, I didn't even know what basketball was until I got to this country.
No doubt.
So I'm an immigrant. I came here at 7 years old, and I just seen basketball, and it was just a way to bring people together in the community. So we had one park. The project was across the street. I lived in one complex. We all met up at one park. We played ball.
No doubt.
So I just like Doyle said, I learned life through basketball. I learned how to build relationships, how to get out of arguments, how to get into fights. And then we would just park hop. We would go to every neighborhood and learn a little bit about the new culture. And it just brought us all together.
That's crazy.
Fun fact. Everybody think my boy O is Dominican or Spanish. Nah, he's from Egypt.
That's right.
No doubt.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought he was Dominican.
I'm sure you did.
I know.
Nah. Shout out to you, but I knew you was Egyptian because Jay told me. But that being said, shout to sports international. I think basketball is an international thing. You see the NBA trying to expand. The Brooklyn Nets played in Paris. But just bringing it back here, I agree with Jay and O about how it can and Coach Doyle about how it can it's like life. You know what I mean? You can have a common goal. You not necessarily agree with your teammates all the time, but you get to see past the small stuff to focus on the macro. Look past the micro, focus on the macro, and get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that speaks to the brand that y'all building with all of the success and winning that y'all got. And again, man, I'm gonna keep saying it through this whole stream, man. Y'all got Brooklyn basketball looking good out here. Real quick though, I seen Doyle at the very beginning of the season doing what was it like? I think he was trying to get the lyrics to the song on the Brooklyn Nets.
He was on the
jumbotron.
Yeah, the jumbo. Yo, I said, yo, I was rooting for you. I think you won too.
You killed it.
I won.
Yeah. What song was that? Staying Alive?
We had Staying Alive. We had Rihanna, Have My Money.
Yeah.
Yo, but the funny thing is, right? We wanted to show the many talents that we have as a trio.
So seriously. And again, another thing I seen on your IG is the jelly coat. Yo, I liken you to like somebody like not Clyde Frazier, but you would wear something that nobody else will wear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in that respect, not that you're a good dresser, like don't get me twisted. But what I'm saying is Clyde Drexler will wear things that nobody never wore. Like he has a tailor, he goes and gets. There's no way he went to Sears and found that jacket, bro.
No,
he
absolutely.
got a custom made.
Custom made.
Everything is custom, and it's another form of expression. So tying that back to basketball and what we do, right? So this year, Coach O led the way, right? And as the head coach, he led the way, but he had a way of expressing himself, right? Taylor making this team into what it was. So from the coats to the kicks to whatever it is, we tie it all back to basketball and explain to the kids, like, listen, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. It starts with a thought, and then you have to put the motivation and the action behind it. And that's what Coach O did to lead us to this chip. I think we got 9, but 2 in a row right now. We got a couple of girls as well.
It sounds like a dynasty to me.
I mean, look,
sure is.
They can't do nothing until we leave.
Listen, I've been there since 2017, and just the boys themselves, I think I won 5.
Nice,
impressive.
Word. Again,
and don't forget, COVID, we didn't have a championship.
Yep.
So that was another one.
And then we got Rob from 1. Well, that's another conversation.
Again, man, if y'all want to have it, I'm here for it, man. But what I will say is, again, man, I want to ask y'all about coaching. You know what I mean? I always critique coaching, being a Nets fan and all of that. But
we done been through some bad coaches recently.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I wanted to talk to y'all about that transition from player to coach, because I imagine both of you guys were players at once, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So just talk to me about the start of the journey of coaching, because I'm a couch coach. I think I know everything from the couch. Oh, he should have did that. Why he ain't do that? Oh, this and that, and so on and so forth. It's easy to do that from the comfort of my home. You know what I'm saying? But to actually be out there having to deal with it, I don't know how good I will be at doing it. So again, that's why I appreciate you guys for pulling up. Shout out to BUCKETFAM Global. Shout out to Coach Doyle. Shout out to Coach O. Again, making Brooklyn Nets. I mean, not Brooklyn Nets. Not Brooklyn basketball look good. But to the start of your journey, Coach Doyle, how did it go? Like how from play to coach?
So with coaching, it's a couple layers, right? So first and foremost, we got to shout out all the supporters, and when I say supporters, that's wives, children, family members that we leave behind and that support us night in, night out, because those are the first lines of defense. Your supporters when you coach them, because you're really putting your entire passion into something, right? And something could be the kids, could be the game, could be whatever it is. So it's different layers, right? So you got to shout the wives out. You got to shout, your loved ones, because it's long hours. That's number one.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice and dedication is what it is, no matter what. Secondly, for me, after basketball, you know, there's a thing called basketball depression. And I know a lot of basketball players go through this and no one's talking about this, but that's for another conversation.
No, we want to have that conversation.
Go into it though.
Okay, we want to have that conversation.
What is that?
So basketball depression is basically once the ball stops dribbling, you got to figure it out. Because if you think about it, from 7 years old, like O said, when he first came to the country, and we started playing basketball from 7 to, let's say, 20, maybe 25. If you're lucky to continue playing at a competitive level, you know, that's all you know. So you're one track minded. And now, you know, we try to get kids more engaged in different things, but that's all you know. Once the game stops, it's like, what are you going to do? Most people just quit. You know, you see NBA players, they stop working out and they become fat, right? Forms of depression because you love the game so much and you pour so much into it. So, you know, once you get past that, you got to kind of figure out what's your next steps. And for me, I always wanted to give back. I always was a coach on the court as little guys. You know, we're point guards, we're the coaches on the court, we're the captains, we're leaders. So you want to put that into the next generation. And that's how my coaching started.
Okay. Wow.
Jump in there. Oh, how your coaching started?
Yeah, honestly, it's funny that you said it started when you were younger, because I got the same exact story. I feel like my coaching career started varsity high school basketball. I made the varsity team my freshman year, and I rode the bench the first 2 years. So not getting on the court, and my team was nice, so it was like I have to understand what's happening on the court. I have to understand what the coach is doing to adjust to the game. So once I started getting playing time, my junior and senior year, I was an extension of the coach. Anything he needed, I had him. So if you ask me, I started coaching in high school because I knew exactly all the plays, what to do. I knew exactly the type of mindset, the type of attitude, the type of discipline I needed, and I held all my players accountable. And then from there, I started coaching middle school, out of college, and then I went straight to high school on 2017.
It sounds like you saying that there's a certain type of player that would be better as a coach. It's not like any player that finished playing the game could be a coach. You got to be like a student of the game and have that basketball IQ in order for it to work properly.
Yep.
100%. And you have to be very observant. You have to be a team player, because the reason why we work, we all are team players. You know, we think the same, we coach the same, our passion is the same, and it complements each other, right? So what happens is once you become a student of the game, everything else falls into place because we're teaching what we learn. We're not reinventing anything.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm taking a little bit from here and a little bit from there and just putting it together into my little own. But the craziest part is coaching isn't just about basketball. Like, we're mentors, we're older brothers, we're fathers.
You become lawyers, you become advocates.
Like we're counselors, we're everything.
Yeah, no, I think that speaks to the brand y'all represent by playing. You know, the common thread that I heard between both of y'all when we asked the question is the energy, the effort, the passion that y'all, the desire even, and not and y'all both kind of resorted back to the youth. And I think that when you remember the youth, that you remember the love of the game. So yeah, you might have the intangibles, the skills, the talent, this and that, but I think because y'all love the game the way y'all do, which what makes y'all so good together. Y'all sound like a duo, like a coach duo. Like listening to y'all back and forth, y'all sound like y'all do coach off each other. Like, yo, this and that, like, you know what I mean? Y'all making coaching good. You know what I'm saying?
Doyle definitely just said we are the kids, and I feel that because it's like you see yourself in them, and you can give them the stuff that you wish you had when you were that age, or maybe the stuff that you were getting, but improve on it because you were there. You know what I mean?
Right. And funny enough, like we're not just coaches to our kids. We're coaches to the community. We're coaches to families. We become coaches to everybody. Like, we'll have an opponent, and maybe the kid is out of whack, or not getting along with his coach at the moment. You don't step out of line and then go coach this kid, but at some point you can have a conversation. And a lot of these kids, the youth on grassroots basketball, just need a adult to hold them accountable. So even having conversations with a kid like, yo, you never know who's watching, you know, keep going, and encouraging them, that helps a lot.
So let me ask you, because I speak to this about the Brooklyn Nets, and I say this in different words, but from hearing you guys, hearing you coaches, it sounds like y'all got the locker room. You know what I'm saying? When I coined the term "got the locker room," it means everything that y'all just said. I would just be saying what y'all said in different words, but everything that y'all said is having the locker room, letting them know that you're there to support them, got their back regardless of the win or the loss. You're never quitting on them. And again, y'all Bucket Fam Global. It's not like y'all Bucket Team Global or Bucket Friends Global, or you know what I'm saying? Y'all Bucket Fam, y'all family. So I think y'all represent that brand of family, and you know, it's beautiful to see. And I'm glad I got this interview. I'm feeling like my mom made
it. And that's definitely a part of the winning culture, right? Establishing that family. And that's why our students respond so well to us. It's not because it's not a business where you're going to college and it's just straight basketball. And if you don't make it, next man up. We riding with you the entire way. Whether you failing, whether you succeeding, whether you're having a meltdown, we building you back up. Sometimes we are breaking you, but we building you right back up, and we getting started again.
Yeah, right. I've definitely seen for myself some people, like some of the people on the team, they be upset with you for a minute, but then they come back, yo, my fault, coach. Oh, you know, I was just having a bad day that day. You know, we tight, bro. And like they'll come in and take that accountability because of the way y'all deal with them.
Right. So before we have the locker room, we have the atmosphere. And when the kids come in, we explain to them that we are family. So, you know, we're not doing anything out of spite. And it's a little different from the pros, right? So in the pros, you have some bonding, but most of the time the players that's bonding are from different teams, right? With us, we're bonded with the entire community. If you come to our school, you'll see a school community that's together, kind of like Brooklyn Nets, right? Brooklyn basketball. You know, it's supposed to be a community. And I think that from off the court transitions on the court.
Yeah, no, I see it. I see it. You know, I even in passing see some of the Bucket Fam team, like the students or the players that you coach. Word, I was in Chick-fil-A. You know what I mean? I was in Chick-fil-A for lunch, and you know, I seen them. They had the Bucket Fam merch on, and they was just chilling. I was like, yo, you know, Doyle, Coach Doyle. He was like, yeah, I know that's the coach. You know what I mean? Like, and then it was just like a good vibe. But I said that to say, everything that y'all said, I know is valid because those students, athletes, they were very respectful. You know what I'm saying? They held themselves to a high standard, and
that part.
Word. It must. That's how true it is. You know what I mean?
No, but definitely, like, we create culture big time, and you know, the kids, the students, the family. You know, Bucket family. That's all a reflection of all of us. You know. Right. Anywhere we go, we're representing each other. So I always tell the kids, and Old say the same, we're not going to make y'all look bad. So don't make us look bad, you know, and we hold them to a high standard. So that goes with them even when they graduate, going into job interviews, going to different places. You never know who knows who.
Facts. I think with sports, with life, like y'all said, it's a lot about respect. And it's about building the respect of your coach. The coach needs the respect of the players. You need, as a player, you need the respect of your teammates. Like I feel like a lot of it is about respect.
Definitely. What you got, Coach O?
I mean, just like y'all both said, man, it really does come down to respect. Because if you can't hold someone accountable, how are we gonna hold the entire team accountable? Right? If I can't get the same respect again from one player, how are the players gonna respect the other player?
That's a fact.
So respect goes a long way.
That's a fact.
And not to take credit for all the Brooklyn basketball, but you know, shout out to Eagle, shout out to Jeff and South Shore and all them.
Yes.
Because they doing their thing too.
Yeah, it's a lot of teams. Nazareth High School,
Eagle too. Y'all know is Coach Pursue. Y'all know him?
Pursue? What school he at?
He was at Eagle before. I think he's still over there. I'm not sure, but
if he over at Eagle, my guys Kev, KK, you know, a lot of them over there. They got a good team.
Yeah.
Nazareth is doing wonderful things over there. Shout out to Gary Irvin.
No doubt.
You know, you got Coach Bud and them over at Jeff. Who else? We said South Shore, Coach Smoke.
South
You know,
Shore.
Brooklyn Lawn Tech.
Yeah.
You know, you can't forget about Western House. They went 14-0 this year.
Yep.
Okay.
Taking over.
You know, big shout out Adidas Legacy. You know.
Yeah. Oh, can you speak about that a little bit, because y'all got the high school sponsorship. I thought that was pretty dope when I came in there. Like, y'all got them with bags and kicks and sweatsuits and all that. And one time I was walking through Times Square and I looked up, and who did I see on
Doyle?
And I mean, who did I see? I'm like, yo, that's my bro up there.
Yeah, so Adidas Legacy is a basketball platform. Is basically built for underrepresented communities. It's designed to unite, empower, and inspire the next generation of creators. So when I first heard about it, it was a no-brainer because that's our walk of life. You know, we take the underdogs and put them at the top of the food chain, from Brooklyn basketball to BDA, to even ourselves. You know, O being an immigrant, you know, myself being a Black man. You know, you're trained and designed to really rise to the occasion. You know, there's no oppressors, right? So what we do is we build up from a creative standpoint, and Adidas Legacy has allowed our students to do the same.
No doubt.
You know, and with the partnership, you know, they receive everything that the elite teams have. So when you look at Prolific Prep, Brooklyn Lawn Tech get everything Prolific Prep get, and Prolific Prep probably have the #1 player in the country. You know, we get to meet Adidas athletes, Don Mitchell, Dame.
Yeah, tell them about that.
Know.
Did y'all go earlier this year?
Yeah.
Did y'all inspire Mitchell to score them points that night?
Listen, it was crazy because after he met Coach O and O told him he was a shooter, he went out and had 70.
I was like, what the fuck? Damn.
Like, he turned up that day.
Right. What else? It was a couple more questions I definitely wanted to ask personally before Breeze get back.
Yo, Dre, we're a high school.
Yeah, with high school.
Yeah, this is high school.
Brooklyn
Democracy Academy, Metro BDA.
That's right. If you got any athletes, send them over to us, man.
Dre is he a Philly fan. He from Philly. That's my
Philly. What up, God?
Let me ask this question. Yeah, people calling me right now. You back, Breeze?
Breeze back.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we held it down, Breeze. Don't worry.
What made y'all go Adidas over Nike?
I didn't have the charge in.
I feel like y'all had Nike before, but y'all chose Adidas. Y'all told me about the Legacy program. Is the Legacy program is Adidas superior to Nike in some way?
You want me to answer that? Oh,
I just want an honest opinion from the people who y'all the ones with the sponsorships and
my personal opinion, right? My honest opinion, currently standing, right? Adidas has allowed us to provide inspiration and hope and opportunities in our communities.
Right,
you know,
right. And
it gives us a lot of leeway with support. You know, we don't have to have a top-ranked student to empower our kids, to empower our communities. And that's why we chose Adidas, because Adidas was more community for us. You know, it was a perfect fit for us. We're a community school. We like to go out and do that, and Adidas supported us 100% with that.
Right.
Yep. And on top of that, Adidas is taking over the basketball game right now, man. Like, I don't know if y'all seen the basketball sneakers lately.
I see.
They are killing
it. James Harden.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell. The Trey Youngs.
Yep.
Anthony
Edwards. They are dropping some quality shoes right now.
Yo, all I'm gonna say, when all the stars were together, it's Dame time. You see what happened? 3 stripes, baby. 3 stripes.
Word. Breeze, you back?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
that's true.
You moving slow-mo? You good?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Nah, I mean, okay. No, I was just listening to y'all. I didn't want to intervene. I was listening. So again, I heard what he said about Adidas and the community.
Man. 3 stripe life.
That's what's up. That's what, and I heard y'all say that she was on a billboard. When I seen that too, I was like, yo, Coach Doyle's on a billboard. Yo, that's awesome stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right.
Yo, let me tell you some funny stuff.
Hold
right?
on, let me ask y'all.
Let him tell us some funny stuff right quick.
When we were getting pieces from Nike, right? And I say pieces because our kids at Metro BDA was the first to ever win New York championship, right? The first ever New York championship, which was the Nike platform, right? We were actually on a billboard. When we got with Adidas upped it, right? We were on a national commercial, plastic worldwide, Super Bowl, All-Star, every social media outlet. I said,
talk your shit, King. Talk your shit, King.
You feel what I'm saying? So, three stripes for life, man.
That's what's up.
Man. And let's call it what it is. I don't know if this is a reach, but this kind of bring it back to essence. Back when hip hop started, Adidas was heavy, man. You got LL Cool J.
Heavy.
You know what I mean? Now, you Coach O, I know you say you from Egypt, but if you from Queens, I know you know about LL Cool J. I'm not trying to play you, but
of course,
saying, do you know the correlation between Adidas and LL Cool J?
Not exactly, to be honest with you.
But I know my Adidas. That's not LL.
Run DMC, definitely.
That's not LL.
Run DMC, definitely. Yeah. And that's Queen. Big Queen.
Big Queens.
Big Queens. I like your energy, man. Big Queens.
Big Queens.
Queens get the money.
We know that.
So is it possible that Adidas could get that same vibe back they had when LL Cool J put him on the map? Is Coach Doyle doing that? Is Coach Doyle putting him? Should we be calling him LL Coach Doyle?
Don't say what you about to say. Don't say what you about to say.
I'll tell you this, right? When you look at the quality of what's going on, right? So
if
about
Adidas, to say LL Cool D. He was about to say that.
Nah,
he was.
He was. Just for the chat. Yo, chat, if y'all didn't know what he was about to say and I stopped him, he was about to say LL Cool D. But go ahead.
I wasn't going to say that, I promise.
But when you look at the essence of what's going on, style, fashion, Three Stripes is back, baby. I don't think it ever left, but it's really making a real push. If you look at the Bob Marley, the movie, if you look at he and Adidas the whole time.
Yeah.
Three Stripes. If you look at Black Panther, they're in Adidas. Pay attention to the gloves.
I didn't see that.
You feel what I'm saying?
Was it a good movie?
I did see something like that. When Sherry was making the sneakers, they was Adidas.
Yeah. Understand what's going on, man. So
global,
we really global.
Yeah. That's what's up. What's up. Yo, can I ask this? I see you around with Taj Gibson a lot. Know what I mean? What's your relationship with Taj, man? You know what I mean?
That's
you
family,
out here
man.
with the NBA players, know what I mean, moving and shaking. How's that happen?
So Taj Gibson is family. You see the big 6'7". He's from Fort Greene, Brooklyn. I'm from Fort Greene, Brooklyn. That's my family. Blood,
tell him the significance of the 6'7".
6'7". That's the 6 and 7 letter of the alphabet. FG, Fort Greene. So he's carrying a neighborhood on his back.
See, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. That's why I need you to break that down for me.
So in short, when you see the 6'7", that's representing a neighborhood because he feels he's the neighborhood and the neighborhood is him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget Epiphany Prince, who plays for the Liberty. Same building as the Brooklyn Nets. Fort Greene representative. That's my little cousin as well. We all family.
Doubt.
You feel what I'm saying?
Doubt.
So that's when you see me around them. That's family. It's a family affair.
Yo, I've been hearing about Piff name for mad long.
113 points in high school.
Murray Bergstrom.
Word. What you say, Brizo? Is it 113 points?
113 points.
That one?
130. Google it. Epiphany Prince.
That's a lot of points, man.
Yeah.
Look.
That's Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain ain't even do it.
Listen,
that's how Brooklyn do, man.
I'm trying to tell you, man. This is what we do. Brooklyn basketball.
Facts. So, I know. Can we get into some NBA? What y'all feel? What y'all feel about the current state
shout to,
of the NBA now? Like the current state of how the game is being played. As a coach, what y'all think of what's going on right now? Current state of NBA play.
I mean, the talent is through the roof, but I feel like the game has changed so much as far as like simple basketball. Like everybody's extra flashy, but it even transitions to like the kids that we get to the school at the high school level. Like people are forgetting fundamental basketball. I'm not saying nothing wrong with the skill, because the skill is they are super talented, they super nice, they got them this far. But I feel like we're also forgetting about fundamental basketball and how simple the game really is.
Mm-hmm. I love where the state of basketball is because, again, you know, we global, you know, Egypt, Brooklyn, Fort Greene, globally sound. The game is allowing student athletes from grassroots to the NBA to explore more. However, I feel like the media, I'm not blaming the athletes anymore. I'm blaming the media because the media is what's pushing forward what needs and wants to be seen. So now everyone's chasing that. It's still some fun.
Audio is messed up. I don't know whose it is. Breeze, that's you?
I'm thinking that's Breeze, man.
Probably. Let me check right now.
There you go.
Here you go.
Oh, I'm gonna
but
put it on
but
mute.
one of the things is I feel like the media has changed the trajectory of what kids want to follow and what they want to see. If you look at certain brands and what they putting out there, they'll put anything out there for clickbait.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what teams are you guys a fan of? I think I already know the answer to this. But what teams are you guys a fan of?
You know this, man. You know I'm across the bridge. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm big Brooklyn, man. I'm old Brooklyn. I'm old Brooklyn, man. My brother, my family is over at the Knicks. You know,
but Taj Gibson there, you know. So
like, listen. I do understand people who are a fan of both teams. I understand that. I get it. Like, I give people a hard time sometimes, I do. Because, you know, it is a little bit of a brother rivalry, you know what I mean? But I just can't bet against Brooklyn at any point, man. Because when I was a little kid, man, I swear I wanted a team here. As soon as I found out that the Brooklyn Dodgers was a thing at one point, I was like, why we don't got no team now? That's crazy.
So this is my thing, right?
He has a thing.
Shit,
Hold on.
I'm always
he got a thing, y'all. He got a thing. Here we go.
I've been always a Knicks fan, man. New York City has been Knicks basketball.
Mm-hmm.
My problem with it.
See, and that's how true it is.
The problem with it is the Knicks connection be fucked up. No.
That's see, big.
They don't
Brooklyn,
be connecting with the audience all the time.
Big Brooklyn, you know what I mean? It'll stay relevant. You see, we ain't going out.
Right, we cool. But so how you feel as a fan of both teams? What you think about just New York basketball, Brooklyn basketball in general right now? Like,
I think it's amazing for the state, but I'm big community. I love what the Brooklyn Nets is doing in the community. I love what the Knicks are doing in the community. When you have pioneers like Taj Gibson, who just received a proclamation and the key to the city, and then he got his day, February 18th, official Taj Gibson Day. A Brooklyn kid, kid from Brooklyn. You feel what I'm saying? So I love it for the state. I love both teams for the state. The players are really, really great to the kids that I'm involved with, throughout the tri-state area. So I'm loving both, and I support both teams. But I'm big Brooklyn all day, every day. Brooklyn to the bone.
That's what's up.
But it's super dope, man. I think it's great. The rivalry is great. It helps the city, and it keeps our grittiness.
That's what I was just about to ask you. That was my next question.
It keeps the grittiness and allows us to compete at all times.
Do you feel like Brooklyn coming to the Nets coming to Brooklyn lit a fire under the Knicks' ass? Like, we can't just be trash because they right here.
Oh, absolutely. Because anytime they let up, Brooklyn is right there and ahead of them too. So it's like you can't be the shiny Rolls Royce on the block by yourself no more.
Right, exactly.
We here.
I mean? And I think that's just good for the community, like you said, period. Just for New York sports in general, Brooklyn being here, bigs up the whole situation.
I agree.
Breeze, how you doing? You back?
Can you? I don't know. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
you
For those
straight.
that just
You
tuned
straight.
in, we talking about the Brooklyn Nets and New York Knicks rivalry and how does it help our state? You know.
Oh man. All right. So I'm clear. I'm good. I had to switch
Yeah.
devices or whatnot. But
Yo, I
all right.
told you
Well, I'm
it's
glad.
something going on with the phones today, bro. I seen it on the news. Like it's some phone outage, cellular service, something.
They got me, man. I wish they wouldn't mess up my right now, man. Like, come on, man. Like, ain't it?
It's good. I'm
But
holding it down. We holding it down, right,
We
Doyle?
holding it down, baby.
yeah, no, I wanna hear their perspective. I mean, y'all obviously know I got the podcast, KVN, who run the City the podcast, and we do this, been doing this for like 3 seasons. But I want to hear Coach Doyle and Coach O's perspective. I missed that. My fault, but I want to know because I know he be hanging with Taj Gibson. When I seen him do that, I said, "Damn, man, he probably a Knicks fan." And then I seen him at the game. And the first game of the season, I said, "Oh, he might fuck around and be a
With
Nets
the mink
fan."
on. Now, I mean, don't forget he had the mink on. Now, I mean, real furry out here. Now, I mean?
So just to clear it up, I'm big Brooklyn all day, man. That's what I am. Taj Gibson is family, so I support the family. And what I was telling them was, I'm one of those dual fans where I just love the state, but I'm big Brooklyn. If I had to choose, I'm going Brooklyn.
I got
100% of the time.
And I can
Good to
definitely
hear you
respect
say that, man. That helped my Nets fan soul right there. What did Coach O say? What Coach O say?
So
Coach
Coach
O
O
is
is
the
big
Knicks fan.
Knicks. He's a Knicks
Big
fan.
Oh.
And because of that, you see the loading sign coming up. So he's still loading. So I'll hold it down until he come back. Unfortunately, that's what happens. But
Right.
no, definitely he loves the Knicks. He started when he came to this country and loved the game of basketball, loving the Knicks. And I get on him all the time about understanding you have to have thick skin to be a Knicks fan because they're gonna give you heartbreak. The ending. You know the ending every year.
I be telling niggas, if you a Knicks fan, you might as well let them be your pallbearer so they could let you down one last time when you
they
can let you down one last time.
Anybody that's a diehard Knicks fan, I tell them they're freaks for pain. At the beginning of the season what's gonna happen at the end, but you ride through it. And
and they be hyped too. They be hyped.
Bing bong.
He came back right on the bing bong. Look at that.
Bing bong.
Bang bong, I'm back.
So hold on, Coach O, man. They talking heavy, and usually I don't give Knicks fans the platform, but you, Coach O, man. But I just wanted to ask you though, because Coach Doyle, you said they out this season, regardless of what happens. Do you think y'all, as a Knicks fan, y'all got confidence going into the playoffs this season, getting past the second round? Is it possible?
That's tough. He back?
I think he back.
Now, hear me clear. I'm New York, the state, right? But if I had to choose, I'm choosing Brooklyn, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need it. Now, O gonna choose the Knicks, and O think Brunson is gonna take them all the way.
Oh, okay. All the way where?
Yeah.
What Bumson gonna do? Tell me what
Bumson. Where they going?
First of all, watch your mouth.
I gotta call a Bumson on this channel. Know what I mean?
Listen, we could all agree that Brunson is that guy.
No, I'm talking about his pops at that point. Like he's a bum son. You know what I mean? Like, like his pops.
Yo, why they playing with you? Oh, yo, Brunson, my man.
That sounds like a personal problem between you and Brunson.
Right. But go ahead, tell me what you gonna do.
What Brunson gonna do?
Yeah.
Wait, listen. He gonna do him. He gonna cook up. He gonna do as much as he can. But what's gonna stop us is Coach Thibs.
Okay. So you telling me the Knicks fans is complaining about coaching just as much as we are?
I'm not gonna speak for all Knicks fans. I feel like I'm a realistic Knicks fan because you could call Zola right now. He can tell you I love Thibs. But my issue with Thibs is like you can't play everybody 40 minutes and then expect them to have some legs for playoff time.
Real.
Like you got a deep team, you got to distribute the minutes evenly. They gonna hold it down, and then playoff time, you ride with your 7 and 8.
Makes sense.
So Brunson just needs some help. He can't do everything himself with 40 minutes.
I was gonna see if they give me it.
I feel like Brunson he one of them, like a traditional type of guard, but he could also score too.
Yeah.
So like when you need him to, he could turn into a scoring guard. But besides that, he want to pass the ball. He want to put his team in good positions to win. That's one thing I can't say about him from what I see from watching his game.
Now Brunson is the goods, man. He understands basketball. His footwork is ridiculous.
Yo, I tell you this. I went to a Brooklyn Nets game when it was Brunson versus Kyrie, and then I went to one when it was Brunson versus Spencer Dinwiddie, and it was night and day, man.
For sure.
Night and day.
How y'all feel about your man Jack Vaughn getting let go?
I love it. That's not my man. We got no affiliation. Me and him, he go that way, I go this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't shake hands. You know what I mean? He get a head nod from me. If I see him, he get a head nod, but nah, that's not my man.
Honestly,
man,
that was the best part.
Anybody lose their job. I hate to see anybody lose their job, but Jack Vaughn's still going to get paid. I'm sure he still has benefits.
He's good, man. He's good.
So he'll be fine.
Yeah. That was the best thing to happen in Brooklyn.
Did y'all see Cam Thomas?
Smiling?
They asked Cam Thomas the same thing. They asked Cam Thomas. They was like, yeah, what you think about Jack Vaughn being fired? He's like, I ain't even know. Like, Sean just called me and let me know. And then he's like, yeah, man, I hate to see anybody lose their job. No, he started laughing when he said, I hate to see anybody lose their job. I cried.
Yo, Cam Thomas, watch the shoulders. When he answered that question, watch the shoulders. How'd you care about Jack Vaughn? He like, I mean, you know, whatever.
He did do
it. Whatever. But yeah, personally, I how you say, Coach O, I was real optimistic about Jack Vaughn in the beginning of the season. I thought he was going to be a good coach. I thought because he had 5, 6 years of assistant coach experience, that he was ready to be a head coach, for one. For two, I thought he was a defensive coach. And I think defense.
Well, that didn't turn out to be true.
Yeah, no, I was wrong. I was wrong about Jack Fraud.
Well, to be fair, he was your best defender, because anytime you needed to cool off Cam Thomas or Mikal Bridges, Jack Vaughn did his thing.
Nah, that was a low blow. Oh, that was a low blow.
That was a Knicks fan. That was a Knicks fans do stuff like that.
This is a basketball thing, because I've never seen in my life a guy go off for 40 points the first 3 quarters and then them being benched the whole 4th quarter.
That's again, man. It was insulting. It was insulting. And I'll be honest, I never seen Cam Thomas smile that wide in the 3 seasons that he been here. Besides that, when he actually,
he's free.
Yeah, ain't they said that Cam Thomas gave a hug to Kevin Ollie after that? Like, listen.
I was about to ask that. Do you know anything about Kevin Ollie?
Nah.
From what I hear, he won a chip at UConn a few years ago. You follow college basketball?
Yeah.
So do you remember the UConn chip? Was that a good team?
Was Shabazz Napier as the Napier?
Was Shabazz Napier, yeah.
Yeah, as the point guard.
He was coaching there, or he was playing there?
No, he was coaching when Shabazz was the point guard. Shabazz Napier was the point guard. He was the coach.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's who I knew interim head coach is. So I was just asking you from a coaching perspective if you knew anything about him. But if you don't, it's all good.
Nah, I don't. But listen, I feel like every time a new team, not a new team, a team that lets go of their coach, it automatically transitions into a good culture.
Wow.
Like I feel like just guys want to play hard. It's refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's liberating.
I think we're going at least I think we're gonna see a change. I don't know if it's gonna be a change for the good or for the bad, but it ain't too much worse we could do.
Yeah. Well, listen, y'all got a decent team. It's just building the culture now, putting the pieces together.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. What you think of Mikal Bridges?
I think he might be a Knick soon. To be honest
How
with
do you
you,
think that would happen? How? Because he's not going to get a trade from the Nets. It would have to be some sort of wild 3-team deal, or
yeah,
it's not even going to be on one deal. It would have to be 2 separate deals. Like they would have to trade him somewhere and have no control over it, and then they get traded.
I think that might be the way, unless he waits until free agency, and that's like another 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I would think more like 2.
Okay, well, it's that Villanova connect though.
Look, peep this though. I heard Mikal Bridges is trying to recruit the Villanova coach for next season.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
Yo, you see what happens as soon as I start talking about the Knicks? It knocked me out.
Damn.
Learn my lesson.
Yo, but nah, man. It should be a good connection. We talk bad about the Knicks all the time over here, man. Nah, I'm just playing.
No. But I was talking good. I was saying they need to sign me so I can be alongside with Brunson, and that's she said, bro.
Facts.
Oh yeah, that might have happened. That's my anti-Nick software.
I see. They said, yo, stay Brooklyn. My bad.
This is an anti-glazing page. I want to let y'all know. So if any glazing comes about at any point, people in the comments may be like, yo, stop glazing. Oh, let me see.
Yo, we've been doing good. We ain't get bad comments yet, man. We've been doing good.
We're good. I didn't even see the comments. I'm just making sure.
I'm about to say, that's what I'm trying to check now to see if there's any comments that they want to answer. If anybody in the comments got questions for y'all or anything like that.
Cool.
Shane had a really good comment. I'll read that one, but while you get some questions, he said,
go ahead.
He said some teams just don't get making sure players and coaches are connected on so many levels. This is great. You guys are instilling so many values early. Salute. Kind of like, you know what I mean? So, and if that was earlier, I didn't want to stop the conversation. But he was saying that when Coach Doyle was talking about the community and everything that y'all had going on with the high school, he left that comment a little earlier in the conversation. But
dope comment, dope question. I mean, what is life without community?
Right.
No.
Right. It takes a village to do all this stuff. Like I keep telling people, when you see somebody make it to the NBA, it's not just that one person, it's a whole community behind that person. Even that's one thing that I think that the Nets do well, showing the communities that put on somebody like Day'Ron Sharpe or Nick Claxton. They go back to their hometown and show you a video a lot. All of these people got foundations and a bunch of people supporting them, a whole city of people that's like, yo, that's my guy right there. Like
I'm pretty sure Coach Doyle and Coach O got plenty stories about maybe how Taj Gibson came to, BUCKETFAM and like spoke to the kids and how that maybe affected them and maybe, I don't know, maybe play well, Does that happen? Does he ever stop by and talk to your team?
I got one even better for you. Before we were sponsored, every time we got a pair of sneakers, it was through Taj Gibson and the Taj Gibson Foundation. So
wow.
He looked out when we didn't have anything, He was one of the guys that helped us with transportation. At a point in time, we had to take, kids on the train, and we couldn't go to different states because we didn't have it. And Taj Gibson came in and the foundation came in. And what they did was they provided transportation for us, where we had a Sprinter van going from state to state. So he's a part of our foundation. He's definitely a part of our community. Every summer, O could tell you, we have Taj Gibson Day.
Taj Gibson Day, yep.
Wow.
And people all around New York City will come, and our kids have the option, like they are invited to play against some of the top players in their class.
Wow.
Not to mention free haircuts, free food. It's just a day of community and events. Taj Gibson does so much in Brooklyn because he's a Brooklyn kid, right? That he was just giving his day. If you look on Sports Center and Bleacher Report, February 18th is officially Taj Gibson Day.
Okay. Wow. Yo, that is great.
Yeah.
And I love you guys for it, man. Seriously. And again, this is the thing that the big ESPN or the big media, outlets might not cover. But it's big to us, you know what I'm saying? Big to the community, and should be
and big to basketball as a whole. because it's the communities that are building up these players.
Right.
It's the coaches that are coaching these players into these mentalities.
Absolutely. Make sure everybody follow me on the gram, BUCKETFAM Global.
Well, make sure y'all do that.
No, seriously, y'all gonna enjoy his
part of our community.
Yeah, yo, I've definitely followed for a minute. I've always see the highlights and see the games. You got some athletes, you got some players on your team. These boys is dunking. I don't know. It's a lot of different names, a lot of different players, but a lot of times I see congratulations from getting accepted here, congratulations for getting accepted there. So it seems there's a lot of that. A lot of your students get to these D1 schools. How true is that? Because that's what the buzz is around town.
Yeah, I mean the buzz is correct, man. I mean with the help of Coach O, Coach Zolo, a lot of different schools in New York City, because it's not just about our school, because the goal is to get all of our future leaders to the next level on what they want. So, collectively, our community build these young adults, men and women, to go on to the next level and follow their dreams.
Absolutely. Again, the student athlete part. Now I'm not saying that everybody does or doesn't want to play basketball, but just again, just kind of rewinding and slowing it down. Just can you speak to to the audience about what it really means for a kid to feel like they have, for one, people that care about their future and are really guiding them. It's not like just from just listening to what you and Coach O is saying, y'all really are helping them with their future, giving them options, saying, okay, well, if this don't work out for you, maybe this will, you know what I'm saying? And just that availability to the student. Do you think that it makes them a better student knowing that they have the reassurance in the back of you, a Coach O and a Coach Zolo?
For sure. Just like we said earlier, man, this is a second chance school. So they came in this path of life with people giving up on them, people not believing in them, or them just not making it in the right system. So the fact that they come to us, and then from the security guards to the principal to the janitors, everybody cares about you in the school, and they're pushing you, and they're making sure you have the proper tools and resources to be successful and be great. Sometimes it could be shocking to them. Whereas like, oh, you believe in me, you really think I could do this, and it kind of and it motivates them, it pushes them, it builds that trust, it builds that connection, and then they see their own vision that we see for them.
Yeah, no, again, that's why I'm glad I got this interview, because that's what I want to hear y'all speak to as well. Just the turnaround. And that being the glory, because everything isn't basketball glory. Listening to you guys, and listening to how y'all saying basketball life, everything isn't just a win. It's more to it. So I know, and not to say y'all to share any personal stories, to speak on anybody's name and nothing like that, but just speak to the glory of seeing a student turn around. Maybe a kid going in the wrong direction, and he comes to your school, you get him on the right path, and I'm pretty sure you guys have stories of success that kids that were on the wrong track that y'all helped put in the right track.
You want me to jump in there?
Yeah, I was gonna say, talk about Romy, man.
Yo, 100%. So we start off with spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. We have student athletes, students in particular, not even just athletes, that come in that don't know what love is, right? They're based off of survival. And it's our job to show them.
That's such a huge difference. People that are based off survival, they move a different way because they don't know how to receive that love that you try and give. You know what I mean?
Right. So we start off with understanding that we meet every student where they are, right? Because everybody's not willing or ready to accept love or accept direction or even like authority, right? So we have to be very patient and take the necessary steps to reach this person. Once you reach them, then you find out what common areas you guys have, or if they're willing to put a plan of action together, because this is their life, right? A lot of times when you get a student or you get a young person, the adult want to take over. And it's like, nah, we're here to guide them and direct them. So we'll get a student, and I'm just giving y'all the breakdown on let's just say any kind of student, right? They'll come in and they're not willing or ready for the love part, but they are ready for the structure. And in due time, spending time, like same thing like being on a basketball court. If you're a coach and you spend time with your players, they'll run through a wall for you. It's the same thing in the classroom. It's the same thing in life. The more you pour in, the more the tree will grow. And Coach O mentioned Anthony Marshall, a young man who was, the Metro BDA prototype, right? He was supposed to fail. He's doing it on his own. And, we were just talking about him earlier. He has a college degree. He's currently in Oklahoma playing ball, working on his second degree. He's looking to go pro. And all of that came from the love that Coach O, the love that the principal, Coach Zolo, Miss Shirley's of the world, the grandmas, the communities have poured into this young man. Epiphany Prince, Taj Gibson. It's all a community, right? Pouring into this young man. And when he couldn't see the light, everybody's seen it for him. And then now he's starting to see the results. I don't even think he realized how far he's come.
Yeah, sometimes you can't see it while you're in it. That's one of the things that I try to instill in the young people that I talk to. You got to enjoy the road, because a lot of times the road, it may be tough getting there, but you got to enjoy the things, because when you get to the end of the road and you look back at things, you look back at, look at all I've achieved, look at all I accomplished, look what I had to go through to get it. It wasn't
now go ahead, Coach O, I'm listening.
So basketball is pretty much used as a vehicle, right? So even though we may not get every kid to play ball at a professional level, but they're gonna still use that vehicle to maybe learn how to raise a family, how to be a young man, right? How to build something in their community. So that vehicle is used throughout life. It's not just to play basketball; it's to prepare them for life.
Even how to coach. How to lead, how to be a leader. Period.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah, no, I love to hear it, and I like to think that, we have the advantage being in a place like New York City, where you realize that the stereotypes on TV not necessarily true. And I think you get a lot of that in basketball. You could be playing with somebody from any ethnicity, you could still be a great teammate. And from there, you could build a bond and build a relationship. So a lot of times I feel like basketball, to what Jay said earlier, it does bring people together, where you get to firsthand work with them towards a goal, opposed to seeing them and having a stereotype idea about what they are, who they are, based on television. Because TV doesn't always represent us in the right light.
One thing about basketball and hip hop, you know what I mean? Like, we don't really care what you look like, as long as you get on that court and you perform, or you could rap. It's mutual respect.
Exactly.
It's about the craft.
Anywhere. It could be a kid from Idaho. He come in here balling. Niggas like, oh shit, boy got game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he got to prove himself first.
That's a fact. But once you do prove yourself, you know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question, Big Fan Breezy, and this is JTV.
You all right?
How do you come back from being a couch coach, downing your players, to showing them support? What does that transition look like?
Yo, bro, if I'm gonna answer it, I'm gonna say I'm from the hood, so I'm the type that's, I'll be sitting with my friends. I might call you, yo, dickhead, shut up. Now, I mean, it's positive and negative reinforcement. Like, you are tough on your players, but you toughest on the people that's closest to you, because you want the best and the most for and from them. You feel me? So that's the way I look at it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be tough on you, but you my mans though.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what somebody else not gonna say, because I'd rather say it to you than somebody else say it to you when you get outside and you surprised. Like, you heard it before.
Yeah, no, that's real. I agree with you, Jay. To add to what you said, Jay, I feel like when I'm a couch coach, and to be honest with you, because of the podcast, it kind of puts me on a hot seat to actually know basketball, like really know the game. Because if you don't, it's easy to get exposed. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fans that know basketball. So like, when I don't necessarily down the plays before the season started, I was saying things like coaching is worth to winning a basketball game because they're in charge of the rotations, the substitutions, who played well and why they deserve to play.
Do y'all
And
agree? What y'all think? What percentage does coaching factor into winning games? Like from 1 to 100, what percentage?
I think it depends on the personnel.
okay.
I think it depends on the personnel because if you have a talented team, you don't really got to do a lot of coaching. This year probably was one of our least talented teams, and we won it all. So it showed what we do as a staff, it showed what O do as a coach. It showed the consistency and what happens, right? Because we went undefeated during the regular season, in conference. So it showed that we had to put the toolage together and get the kids to buy in.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 60%.
60, more than 45.
Yes.
What makes you say 60?
Yeah.
You have to prepare, right?
Okay.
You need a voice. You need respect. You need to be a leader. Like I could name 5 games this year. If I didn't step up and be the voice of my team, we would have lost. I promise you that.
100%.
Right.
So it's like it's being able to like talk them through any type of adversity and just keeping them fighting, keeping them hungry, keeping them motivated.
Yeah.
And that's at the grassroots level, right?
Yeah.
Where there's no real money, there's nothing really going on. Imagine how hard that is at the pro level when you got a guy who, if I sit out, I'm still gonna get $7 million this game.
Yeah.
Why the hell are you talking to me, bro?
Yeah. Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get my bread. Why are you talking to me?
All right, so hold on. I got a question for y'all. I'm gonna get back to my soliloquy, but I got a question for y'all. The other day they asked Kevin Ollie about how his style of coaching is, and he said, "If you don't hunt, you don't play." And I've never heard a coach talk like that. So from a coach talking like that to the media, Coach O, I'll start with you. How do you feel about what he said? That mindset: if you don't hunt, you don't play. What does that mean to when a coach says that? When a coach says that?
I mean, I love that. That's basketball, right? Like if you're not hungry, you don't want to eat, you don't want to work hard, you're not giving it your all on the court, then you don't need to be playing. Like
exactly.
It's simple as that. Like, why do I have 15 guys on my team, right? And then I got 4 guys half-assing it, and then 3 guys playing hard. Why do I need to play them 4 guys for? I got other guys that are hungry. They want to play. So if you're not preparing, you're not hungry, you're not playing. I'm sorry. That's life. And that's beyond basketball. That's just life.
You know, I'm starting to think that I'm getting excited about high school basketball. Y'all really kind of bringing me back, man. Y'all bringing me back to the Kangaroo Classic feel. I know you remember the Kangaroo Classics at Pratt. You remember the Kangaroo Classics at Pratt?
Yeah.
And I'm saying that to the point of what y'all said about having a player that's making all of this money. You know, before you was just playing for the love, playing because you want to win the game. And those high school games at Pratt, what was it called again? Oh man, Kangaroo Classics.
Right.
Where boys and girls play. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all ever been part of that?
Yeah. So the Kangaroo Classic, they still have it. They have a bunch of other things. I think to answer your question with Kevin Ollie, I agree with him because our mascot are the wolves, right? And wolves hunt, right? In order to get their food. So when you put it out there like that for the young adults in life, like O said, to piggyback off of what he was saying was, if you don't apply yourself and you don't go after what you want to pass you by. And that's what Kevin Ollie basically was saying. Real simple. Like whatever you want this job, you go and get it. You want this bucket, you go and get it.
Or someone else gonna take it from you.
That's a fact. You want that girl?
If you ain't hunting,
you go and get it.
Yeah. If you ain't hunting, you become you get hunted.
I got a question for you.
That brings me confidence for the Brooklyn Nets, and we need it right now. So thank you, y'all. Thank you.
You mentioned something about like the scheme of the team, right? And I know that you guys, like y'all are coaching high school, so y'all get players that graduate and move on. do you like have a scheme that you run as a coach, or is it more like you're building the scheme around the players that you're acquiring from year to year?
I mean, the system stays the same, right? Like, if it ain't
Okay.
broken, why fix it? Like, we've been dominating the multiple
Yeah.
pathways,
Yeah.
you know.
Right. So what? So basically, you there? Oh,
So I got a call. So there's no need to change anything, but we also do adapt to every player,
Okay.
you have to,
right? So it really,
because with
you
that,
guys
if
hear
you
me?
don't adapt to them,
Yeah, we can.
what
Yeah,
you'll do, you can
Cool, I
break
can't
a
hear y'all,
kid
but I'm
confidence.
gonna just continue talking.
Gal,
So we just keep adapting to the player, right? Because we get a new, honestly, 10 guys every year. Because we're not a traditional 4-year school where we get guys as freshmen up to the senior year. We might get a guy for just 1 year.
Right.
So depending what they need and how we could adapt to them is a different situation. Everybody needs different tools. Everybody has different guidance. Everybody has a different skill level. So we're gonna meet you where you at, but the system stays the same.
Okay.
always.
Okay.
And if you don't have a system or a foundation, then you don't have anything, because now
Hold on, I need
it's
to
almost
log
like
off and log back on.
it's almost like we can hear you go.
All right.
It's almost like if you're running a prison, you can't let the prisoners run the jail. And not
Right, you
saying
gotta have
that we're
structure.
not right, not saying that we're superior over anybody, but when you have a foundation and a structure, it's easy to follow the path. Now, do you alter it? It's almost like a tailored suit, right? You're building it from ground up every year, but you know what that suit is going to look like when you're done.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Nice.
so we have the blueprint.
Nah, I
Makes a
see
lot of
that.
sense.
Listen, if y'all DM us high school coaches and y'all watching, we'll give you a little sprinkle of the blueprint.
Yo,
Yeah,
man, I'm just
yeah.
trying to give some insight because we talk a lot about basketball on this page. We talk a lot about coaching, and it's not like we always got a coach here to give us that coaching perspective of the
Which is an open invitation. If y'all ever want to pull up on a panel and talk basketball, yeah, of course y'all welcome. You know what I'm saying? So please stop by at any time. But to further the conversation, again, to what Coach Doyle was asking me before, I wasn't necessarily hard on the players. I was hard on the role that the coach had the player playing. You feel what I mean? They was putting Mikal Bridges in on-ball situations, and me as the couch coach professional that I am, I felt like that's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? You got to put Mikal Bridges in a situation where he's off ball. If you want to see the best basketball from Mikal Bridges, he's an off-ball player. Liking him to Rip Hamilton or Reggie Miller. Not to say he's that good from the catch and shoot, but he's an off-ball player nonetheless. That being said, Jock Vaughn wasn't doing that. He was putting him on all ball situations for him to dribble. If I know my player can't dribble, why am I have him dribble in ISOs for the game? You know what I'm saying? This decides the game. Why would you go to a guy? Why? I didn't understand the decisions
Jock
that he was
Vaughn and
making.
Steve Nash both give me a headache, bro. Both of them. They
Yeah,
do.
no.
Like having Royce at the 5 is egregious, bro. Like that should
Right.
never happen. Why should Royce O'Neal be guarding who is guarding that night? I think on
Probably
Phoenix?
Shaq. No, I'm
Nurkic?
playing.
Nurkic?
Yeah,
He's going Nurkic.
Yeah.
Why? Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
You would
small
never
forward,
put your players
power
in a
forward.
position like that. Would you, O? Would you have Royce O'Neal on Nurkic?
I mean, that's maybe if I'm trying to play small ball and I got an advantage, but if I'm down, exactly, there's no need for that. Because listen, because there are times where I had to play 5 small guys in the fourth quarter because we had an advantage.
Yeah. Tell me how that works. Tell me what works about when the situation when you needed to do that and how it's successful.
Cool. So I'm gonna give you the exact situation. This was a game against OSL Regional, our Savior Lutheran Regional from the Bronx.
Yeah.
It was a close game the entire game. They ended up pulling away in the third quarter. We was down 15 going in the fourth. My bigs weren't rebounding. My bigs were not in the right matchups, right? They were too slow for the bigs. So what I did is I played 5 guards. And those 5 guards gave me more heart than my bigs did that game. And we ended up going on a 15-0 run to tie the game with 1 minute left.
Nice.
Just because
that's coaching right there. That's coaching, knowing your personnel, seeing something on the court, reacting to it, putting in the people that you know that could get the job done, and them executing.
Exactly. And that made the other coach adjust his lineup. He couldn't play his bigs anymore. So now it was a 5-on-5 straight guard play.
Nice. So again, you won that coaching matchup based off of what I just heard.
For sure.
So, and you just said also that they wasn't playing with heart. So as a coach, you got the magic eye to see who's out there really giving it a 1,000, 100. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So just speak to me about just that part of it, of managing personalities or being a coach. Just saying, like, you don't got it this game. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad that you don't got it this game, but we're going to go this way. This is the direction we're going to go. And having guys still, keeping their head up, not mad that they got took out the game, but still being a teammate, a valuable teammate. Kind of like how you was. Still, you said the first 2 years of your basketball career, you know what I mean? You just on the bench, but you still was involved, knowing the plays and that kind of thing. So just talk to me about keeping the players engaged, even if they're having a bad game.
Honestly, just through consistency, man, just like reminding them of who they are and the type of coaching style you have, right? So my coaching style, I say this every game. I'm riding with the hot hands, right? Like if it's not your game today, it's okay. Like maybe next game will be better. And then the energy starts from the bench. I'm like, if the bench don't got energy, how are we gonna have energy on the court?
Okay.
So it just reminding them those little simple things where it's like, okay, he's killing today. I gotta play him today. He's forcing me to play him today.
So you telling me the bench should be bench mobbing, getting up?
Hell yeah.
All that.
Hell yeah. Because it starts with them. Because if your bench is looking sad and defeated, how could I even turn to the bench and be like, yo, it's your turn to go in the game?
Okay. No, I like that. I like that. Yeah. So it seemed like more of a we winning, not, oh, I'm waiting for my turn to get in the game.
Exactly.
We winning. You know what I'm saying? That energy is there on the side.
For sure.
Word. No,
and
I love to hear it.
It's reminding them that it's bigger than you. Like this is about us. And if one person fails, we all fail. Right? And then shout out to Doyle and Zolo, because without them, I can't manage the entire bench by myself. I got to focus on the game. I got to coach the game. So I can't manage every one-on-one personality because we got a lot of personalities on the court.
So that's why having assistant coaches, or co-coaches, and all of that.
Exactly. They can have that one-on-one time while it's not going their way.
So is it fair to say the fact that they see what y'all asking for, the coaches, you, Zolo, and Coach Doyle, they actually see examples of it? Of you, Coach Doyle, and Coach Zolo working together as a team?
Oh, hell yeah, for sure.
You think they respond to, like, how somebody could ask you something, but they not the example of it, but they asking you for it.
They ask you to do something, but they're not doing it themselves.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm saying you guys are actually showing them in real time, like, yo, this is what, you know what I mean? Do you feel like they respond to that? Well, I mean, yeah, like.
They definitely respond to that well, because first of all, they won't even be able to tell you who's the head coach or not.
That's interesting.
And that's the type of dynamic we like to build, right? Because if I'm saying something and Doyle's saying something and Zolo's saying something, you need to respond the same way without whoever's saying it.
Right.
It's not like, oh, he's the head coach, I gotta listen to him. He only the assistant.
Yeah.
So there's a respect. There's a respect.
Distribution of power. Know what I mean?
Exactly. Even though one coach might be spending more time with the team than the other because everybody has different responsibilities, it still comes down to that same respect. And it even starts with us, because if Zolo messing up or I'm messing up, they gonna check me as well. So it's like, if we could hold each other accountable, why can't we hold y'all accountable as well?
That's an interesting question that you brought that up. What is players holding coaches accountable? What does that look like?
That's
because I know a lot of times it's the coach asking the players to do stuff. Now I mean, and players could be mad about stuff, but
for sure.
Can they really? How can players hold coaches accountable for their stuff? Can they?
I feel like maybe verbally one-on-one they can, but in front of like calling a coach out in front of the team is not acceptable.
Okay.
So if it's like, and also it's like it's all about you showing up as a coach, right? So if I'm not showing up, I'm not making these sacrifices, I'm not putting in the right drills or plays or just structuring the practice to help them succeed, then they can hold me accountable to that, because they've been around different coaches and they understand what a winning culture is and what a coach that's not prepared to win. But as far as like checking me in front of the team, I don't think that's acceptable. Okay.
So it's a way to go about it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But what about if they had locker room mutiny? They all come to you as a team. Then is that different?
Then I gotta listen, right? Because if they're coming to me at a team and they telling me something that's not going their way, as a person, I gotta make that adjustment.
No doubt.
Because it's definitely something I'm not seeing versus 15 kids who are seeing it.
Gotcha.
So I like that. It goes both ways in a sense where y'all listen as well. I tend to think that communication is better when someone knows they're being listened to. You know what I mean? Opposed to they just waiting for you to stop talking so they could talk. Yeah. And again, it seems like what y'all doing is working and is resonating in the locker room, and it's good. It's refreshing to talk to some good coaches or just talk about good coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? So again, man, y'all got Brooklyn looking good out here, and so far as in this span of time after y'all won a championship, do y'all see each other? Do y'all still keep in contact, or do y'all? Because I know y'all fans, so it's good.
For sure, this one is for life. When you win it, you stuck. You stuck. We see each other all the time. The kids always come back. We check up because they have post-secondary plans. Shout out to BDA in the back. We never lose. We either win or learn. That's the motto.
Got a rep. I mean, I had the rep today. So
you see what's going on.
But now we locked in.
We locked in. But we always keep in touch with the student athletes. No matter if you played on a team, if you was a supporter of a team, when we say family, it's for life.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and we all work together in the same building, man. So there's no really dodging each other. And then girls' season is around the corner, so we involved in girls' season as well.
Another chip
wow. Yeah, that's fire.
I think I knew y'all had a girls' team.
We do. It's been a little inconsistent the last couple of years, but
got you.
But we got some chips with them. We got some chips.
Yeah. No doubt. It's a winning culture over there, man.
Can y'all speak to Gilbert Arenas' comment about women basketball the other day? He says, if you really want to learn the game of basketball, watch college women basketball. Because so can you speak to that?
I agree. The reason being, with women's basketball, women pay attention to detail. They're organized. They listen. They don't have the athleticism as the males or the height, so they're not distracted by a lot of the media like the males are. So I agree 100%. And then one thing you'll know about women is they're naturally givers, nurturers. So when they believe in team, that's for life, and they're going to hold each other down. So nice. I think he hit it on all aspects, and even outside of basketball.
That's what's up. Word.
What you think?
No, I agree, bro. You kill that. Like,
no doubt. Iceman got a question in the comments. He said, "Have you guys ever been in a game where your players notice something, an adjustment or something that you may not have seen, and they come to you with it? Is that something that you take into consideration?"
Absolutely. So we've
Hell
had
yeah.
the pleasure of not only nurturing and training great athletes, but great leaders. So when you build that trust, and now obviously this doesn't happen with every student athlete, but when you build that trust and a kid go, hey coach, I think we should go into man to man instead of a zone because I got my guy in this one. We trust them. We like, all right, let's make it work.
Okay. Okay. And
So
honestly, a lot of the stuff that y'all are saying to me sounds like the quintessential guide to coaching. And honestly, if you're telling me that y'all got this dynasty and y'all winning all these chips, it just shows what you get when you have good coaches. Now, I mean, that's the rewards. You reap you reap what you sow, and it sounds like y'all are reaping. Now, I mean, that's why y'all sowing.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're better mentors, right, at the grassroots level, where it allows us to be successful coaches.
Mm.
So that's
So
the part.
is it to I'm trying to just how you say follow the conversation. Is it fair to say that success in basketball is not just being a dominant athlete? It does have to do with IQ and sets and basketball schemes and coaching, the way y'all approach the game, opposed to just having a dominant athlete.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Like it's like being a athlete is the bare minimum right now. Because look at basketball right now. Everybody's an athlete. So
That's true.
what else can you bring to the table, right? Like it starts with body language. It starts with discipline. It starts with leadership, right? It's definitely athleticism and the skill level, but without those three, you're not making it to the league.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And if you look at, let's use Steph Curry for instance, right? His IQ level is pretty high, but his energy is higher. He's always looking out for somebody. He's always doing something. And I tell kids to pay attention to guys like that because when you have a formula or success like a Steph Curry, right? He's not the biggest player on the court. He's not the most athletic, but he works hard and he shows that he worked, right? He put it on display. If you ever watched a game, if you ever watch his pregame, right? If you ever watch his pregame, he's showing the kids like, hey, I'm working hard. I'm working on these shots that I'm taking. I'm not just waking up, jacking up a shot from half court.
Yeah.
Back.
Right. No, absolutely. No, I totally agree, man. And again, that work ethic, it gets you far, I ain't gonna lie, I seen a commercial with I'm listening.
Real quick, Coach Earl. Look. So this is some of the behind the scenes stuff that most people won't see. We're fortunate enough to have different coaches.
Yo, I sounded like him on the What up,
What's
bro?
good, bro? So this is Coach Earl, and that's Coach Dede. He coaches for George Westinghouse.
That's a real coach right there.
That's Coach Doyle.
He oversees all of us. He the OG. Been in the building for 35 years.
Right.
23.
Shout out to the OG.
Right. He's been inducted into the Brooklyn College Hall of Fame.
Wow.
The last 2 years. So
that's what's up. Shout out to that.
Dope, man.
So into any Hall of Fame is something to celebrate. Know what I mean?
Word.
That's
Not everybody gets into the Hall of Fame.
Nah,
right.
not at all.
We got a lot of tricks. Which
And Earl still be hooping.
Word.
Yeah, he does these tournaments.
That's what's up. I didn't know that. See, I'm learning a lot of new things about my brothers today.
Yeah, no, this is an awesome interview, man. No, seriously, man.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, no, wow, man. I don't even know what to say at this point. I just want to say, for the most part, thank you guys. And, I've learned a lot about coaching today. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that I might have speculated being the couch coach, actually speaking to you guys, confirmed some of the stuff that I was saying. So, I think I'm a good couch coach. But you guys are real coaches, and it's really good to, you know what I'm saying, hear it's like getting some validation from real coaches, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And on top of that, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the contributions y'all made to the community, not just in basketball, but helping the youth, grooming them to student athletes, to professional athletes. Earlier in the conversation, I heard y'all talk about you know, how a gentleman is on his second degree in college. I just wanted to highlight that that's nothing to sneeze at,
Nope.
because you know, life is like, you know, feel to be corny, like a box of chocolates or whatever. You never know what you're gonna get, but you know, life could take you different ways. You know what I mean? And to know that they have support, to hear that they have the support, regardless on the decision that they make, it just shows that you guys are doing great work and laying the bedrock for more greatness to come. So, you know what I'm
Appreciate that.
saying? Word. Thank
Appreciate
you.
that. And listen, we got a student staff game coming up in like May. If y'all want to join, y'all could pull up, man.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
was gonna
I'm
ask
definitely,
y'all,
I'm
man.
definitely trying to play that.
I was gonna ask y'all, man. I might want to recap one of y'all games, man.
Hold
I ain't gonna lie.
on, wait, Breezo.
Yeah.
Why Coach O got a highlight reel from the last student staff game, cooking them? Now it got music in it and all that, remixes. He's whooping these kids.
Hold on, you talking about his highlight reel?
My highlight
Yeah,
reel.
no, Coach O has a highlight reel cooking the kids, bro.
Yo,
I
one
was
thing about me,
crying when he showed me that.
I don't play about my student staff games, man. I go for MVP every year.
They serious.
Yo,
Yeah.
he's
They
out there
did.
diamond, getting lays at the rim, shooting lights out.
Yeah,
Shout
no,
out to
that's
Coach O,
funny.
man.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully, you guys could be somewhat a part of what me and JB do, this thing called KVN Run the City podcast. In the summer, we played the Knicks fans versus the Nets fans.
Oh, I would love
So
that.
yeah, you
Yeah,
know what I mean.
I definitely give you the info if you want to pull up. We usually do it
Yeah.
downtown at Brooklyn Bridge Park. Now, I mean,
Cool.
we
Mhm.
get there early, get one of the courts, and we be on the court all day.
Yeah. Can we recruit some solid Knicks fans though, man? Because I don't know, y'all low
They got some
on the
guys over
Brooklyn
there. They got
side.
some guys over there. But you
God,
can bring who you want. Bring who you want.
I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, if y'all gonna bring Taj Gibson, man, y'all gotta bring a real, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta bring some heavy hitters, you know what I mean?
I got you.
For the Nets. Yeah, man. Again, man, I wanted to ask Coach Doyle a few more things, but for the most part, I think we covered a lot. Is there anything that we missed? Anything y'all want to discuss that you know we might have missed in this interview? Or you know, maybe y'all could pull up again another time for a
Yeah, for
different interview.
sure.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
That'd be dope too.
Yeah, that would definitely be
Shoot,
dope.
we only got a little bit of time left. Do y'all think y'all want to do a little quick recap of the game for later, Breeze?
Well, yeah, of
Or you're
course,
going to
of
do a
course.
recap later?
No. We could do a quick pre-cap. I think I like the again. While you here, I like the 6 degrees of separation for Schroeder. He got his minutes took by Nick players and quickly and RJ. He's disgruntled. Came to the Brooklyn
Right.
Nets. Now we playing the Toronto Raptors tonight. I think we see some of the best basketball we've seen Schroeder ever play. You know, I think he got something to say. I think he's gonna have a double with points and assists. I think we win. I think we win by a single, maybe even double digits tonight. Yeah, I think look for Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges to have like 20 plus. But that's my quick recap. I think we win. Kevin Ollie, KO's first head coach win comes tonight in his first game as a head coach.
I agree.
Okay. What you think about
Schroeder revenge game?
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
I was about to ask you,
I'm gonna make that title. Schroeder
you a
revenge
Knicks
game.
fan.
I'll make that title
Did
later.
you like the trade for
Between
RJ and quickly? Did you like that trade when they did that?
Honestly, in the beginning, no. I thought we gave up a little too much for a guy like OG.
Yeah.
But it showed that both sides won that trade over the time.
Okay.
I told people I need 10 games to tell you if it's a good trade or not.
Okay.
And besides the fact that he's hurt right now, but he turned it up, man. He really locked in defensively, and I feel like that was one of the missing pieces that we needed because RJ was very ball dominant, IQ was very ball dominant. I loved both of them, but it was time to put the ball in Brunson and Julius's hand and let the other guys cook up.
Have you watched them on the Raptors?
Not completely. I've been checking stats.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't seen them, so I don't know how they playing on the Raptors.
Yeah, I watched them against the Knicks when they played against the Raptors. That was about it.
Okay.
But they're looking all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Hold on. Yeah, I got a super chat. This is the most thuggest super chat I ever got. Leaf Diggy sent us $2 super chat promoting his own page on his show tonight.
Shout to that though. Shout to that.
Shout out to Leaf
You gotta
Diggy,
promote your
$2.
brand. Know what I mean? And if it only takes
Yo,
$2,
that's my
why
guy.
not? Know what I mean? Shout to that.
Yo, watch the play-by-play with Leaf at 7:30 sharp. You know what I'm saying? He will be doing the game. The game, I believe, comes on at 7:30. But the Knicks, did y'all play tonight? Do
play
y'all play tonight?
Philly tonight.
Okay, so what's a pre-cap? Let's get a pre-cap, man. What you think gonna happen tonight?
Honestly, I don't even know who's playing tonight. The Knicks are
It's Doyle and Embiid.
I know that. I know Joel Embiid don't got
No, the
it,
Knicks
but
are banged up right now, I think.
that's what I'm saying. So I hope we get most of the guys back tonight, but I know Julius is definitely out. I know OG's definitely out. Who else is out? Mitchell Robinson is out, so that's 3 starters right there.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think we have enough to take care of business tonight without Joel Embiid.
We just signed a guy that used to be on the Westchester Knicks yesterday. Jalen Williams.
Jalen something. Yeah, he a forward or guard.
Nah.
Well, I just noticed we signed somebody that was on y'all G League team yesterday.
Okay.
But
yeah, if the new guys could find a way to fit on the court, I think we win tonight.
Okay.
Yo, shout to Doyle, man. I see you kind of busy right now, but yo, great conversation, man. I totally agree. And hopefully, man, you guys could, we could speak on the game from a coach perspective. Again, I want to say that it was nice listening to you guys. Like, yeah, the conversation was great, but just I learned a lot today. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say, thank you, man, and I hope the Nets win, man. If the Knicks lose tonight, I still get sleep. Know what I'm saying? But I really hope the Nets win tonight. But if the Knicks win, I wouldn't be mad. But if they lose, I'll be okay. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Listen, I might just take the double on FanDuel.
Yo, Diggy $2, man. Give him his props, y'all. Don't forget that.
Give who his props?
He said the double on FanDuel. I don't know who he's talking about. He probably talking about
I'm talking about Schroeder.
No, I felt like I heard Doyle come in talking about give somebody their props, but I didn't know who he was talking about. All right,
but again, man, thank you, Coach O, and thank you, King Doyle. Shout to Coach Doyle. Shout to Bucket Fam Global and all of the, and that's the question that I wanted to ask Coach Doyle. Is how did y'all get the name Bucket Fam? Before we go, I just wanted to ask. I wanted to start it that way, but that's what I wanted to ask. How did that name come about?
So in short, right? I'll break it down two parts, right? So in basketball, what is one thing that you always gonna need?
A bucket.
And what is one thing in life you always gonna need? A family. Right.
Damn.
So we created that basically combating gangs and any negativity because we wanted kids to be a part of something positive. So together we created Bucket Fam, and it's about community. And everything
and when you're bringing together kids from different neighborhoods, you definitely need to do that in Brooklyn.
Yo.
Listen. Look. Real talk. You know how many kids got passes based off of Bucket Fam being in the wrong area, and they like, oh, he Bucket Fam, yo, let him go.
What?
Real
talk. So we wanted to bring the foundation of the athlete back, or just something being part of something positive where they'll give you a pass because it's like, yo, come on, he Bucket Fam, let him go. He good.
Family.
He ain't about this family.
Yeah.
Right.
Anything great is a bucket. This podcast is a bucket. This platform is a bucket.
Podcast was a bucket today.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this episode is a bucket for real, yo.
This episode is a bucket. Say it with me, bucket.
Facts. Yeah, but thank you, Coach Doyle. Thank you, Coach O. And again, man, Thank you. 1,000 thank yous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate y'all for pulling up, yo. I think this was a dope ass conversation, dope ass episode. Like Bree said, whenever y'all do want to come back. We usually do this after next games, sometimes in the afternoon as well. But after next games, or sometimes at 12 a.m. Now, I mean, 12 a.m. We on at 12 a.m. a lot. So if y'all want to pull up, pull up, man.
Appreciate y'all for having us, man.
We appreciate y'all for having us, man. Metro BDA, MPL, PSAL champions.
Yes, sir.
Word.
Shout out to Coach O.
Let them know. Right. Let them know.
Championship.
Let them know where to find y'all at. Let them know where to find y'all at.
Oh, you can find us 985 Rockaway in the physical. That's at Metro BDA. You can find me at BUCKETFAM Global on IG. Oh, shout your IG out.
Look at that ring. He got the ring.
Hardware.
Yes, sir.
That's the hardware right there.
That's right.
Cook that shit. I like that. That's a nice ring too.
You should have worn on your pinky the whole episode, like man.
It's made for the pinky.
That was the whole chip game vibe.
Yeah,
right. You just sit there like, yeah. So let me to answer your question. Hold on. Let me match your fly. Hold on. Oh, I got you. Hold on. Let me show off a little bit. Not one. Multiple chips. Not two. Not two. Hold on.
Oh man.
Not. Hold on. Fist full of rings. Hold on.
Yo.
Who ball was that? He said, "I punch you with a fistful of rings. You think Kobe snuck you?"
Listen,
but that's right there.
Yo, they can say what they want. They can't do nothing with us until we leave, baby.
That's right. Yeah, I gotta get rid of us to win.
Yo, they got a stronghold, and the stronghold is because of them being good coaching. Listen, man, y'all tuned in to Big Fan Breezy, and this is
JTV. Hit the like button, man. Are y'all not entertained, man? If you like something, hit that like button, man. I gotta go pick up my car, man. But is there any finals?
Nah, man. Just appreciate y'all.
No doubt.
Say it with me, Bucket Fan.
Bucket Fan. Yo, peace, y'all.
Later, y'all.
Later.
Play the song?
Oh, hell yeah. You know I gotta play the song.
Play the song, the outro.
Facts.
Website for you. Being steadfast, keeping your nerve. Don't lose your shit with this movement. Being tougher with it. That's a good shit.
It's a lot of big hate for Jock Vaughn out here, and I understand.
I thought we do the first real quick.
Back in the day, JK with the man with the team on his back like a transport. Ben 10 with the dribble drive in, off pick and roll, full contact. This is the man's sport. County and Kings, really the Kingsborough. No Crown Heights, so you know that sound right. DFS defenders, the Brooklyn Block Party clacks and double digits. Got the ball plays clicking the whole block and win love. On the table now, we coming to get it. The shit one goal, we do Brooklyn strong, can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting the score next. My chair's on at me and Jay is on next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. Here we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Mission, watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Many flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as Shamsu, and when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. The third and whole Millie rock like a FanDuel. That's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
BROOKLYN.